Hey, it's Vinny again at the University of Georgia. But before I went, I had to finish this final exam in accounting. So right across from my fraternity house is Jordan Hall on 3rd Street. And there's this big lecture hall with like 300 seats in it. There's about 150 kids in there with a seat between us, and we're taking this long big-ass final exam in accounting. And I go through it, a bunch of people are leaving while I'm going, and I get down to I get 100 questions out of the 125. The last 25 question I couldn't answer if my life depended on it. And I kind of I'm sitting around gazing and dazing and looking around like this and this, and I'm not really seeing anything because you can't see, it's too far away from you. So the last 10 people left, I said, screw it, I'm gonna take my luck at it. And I just start filling in A, B, C, D on the last 25. And I go to turn my test in. There's about 3 people left in the room, and the professor says, "What's your name? I want to know it right now. You were trying to cheat on that exam. I'm having you expelled from this school." Now, I automatically, my heart dropped. I'm like, I wasn't trying to cheat. If I did look, I couldn't see anything. And I'm thinking to myself, what am I going to do here? I got to go to Georgia. Everything's set to go to Georgia now. And if this happens, I'm done. So I start arguing with him. I'm like, well, you don't even know who I am, and you're accusing me of this? You know my name? You don't know my name, right? And he goes, no, I just asked you your name was. You don't know my name. And I take the test, put it on the stack, and throw it up in the air, and it comes down like confetti. He goes for the papers. I'm up the door and out the back door before the papers even hit the floor. He's yelling, and as he's yelling, and I burst out those doors, there's a security guard about 40, 50 yards down the hallway, in the back end of it, comes running toward me. I'm heading toward the front door. I'm running my ass off. I got about 25, 30 yards on these guys. I get outside, and there's a security car right there with its lights on, and you can hear the guy on the radio behind me yelling at him, and him hearing them, so he starts turning the car around. I don't know what to do. The steps go down. These are quarry buildings, old limestone buildings, and they drop off. The steps go down, they drop off. So I dive in the bushes right here, and they come out, and they're yelling over to them, and they're right there, and I am right there. And I'm like this, looking up at them. They run over to the car. So I get up and run this way, and they're jumping the car with him, and they take off the right way of traffic, like that story I told the last time about going the other way, getting away from people. They come this way, and there's a planetarium down here. You can't go any further, but they didn't know that. They drove past it. As I ran like I was going behind, I stopped, cut across the street, back the other way around my fraternity house, into the long doors, up the stairs, and went out on the porch and looked and saw them looking for me out there. And they had a bunch of people making a commotion about it and all. But my New York instinct got me out of it again. I get the letter in the mail that summer, a B+ on the exam. I'm entered at the University of Georgia and never looked back. My 3rd college in 4 years. Subscribe, like, hit the button, make a comment, and I'll be back to you again with Unorganized Crime as soon as possible.